Hey there, lovely people. I've had to move things around a little bit. Oh, that's right, don't forget. I had to open the window over there because it's so friggin' hot. It was blowing all my paper towels. I went inside and came back out here and all the paper towels are just strewn all along the bench. So yeah, so everything's been moved a little bit. Now, what am I thinking? We are doing lemon berry kombucha because, you know, I haven't had enough of Aussie Soap Supply's fragrances yet. Or I'm a masochist or stupid or any of those things. It smells absolutely divine, I have to admit, which is spelled D-I-V-I-N-E, just for those of you who don't know how to spell. Don't even start me. Yeah. Spelling is a pet peeve of mine. I dislike it when people can't be bothered learning how to spell correctly or how to do anything correctly, honestly. Bree and I were talking yesterday, and I said one of my favourite things that Matt Dillahunty has ever said was, I want to believe as many true things and as false things as possible. And I don't understand why everybody isn't like that. And she said, because I love to learn, and she said she's basically the opposite. She just doesn't give a shit. And I don't understand that. But I mean, you know, I realise that not everybody is like me. It's like, it's very hard to understand other people because it's not your own perception. So I don't know anything that's going to change it. Great, there's a fly in here. Of course there's a fly in here. It's a garage with the door half open because it's frigging hot, because it's Australia and it's summer. And I don't know why we would think it would be anything else. I came out here before because I'm just having trouble with prints today, and I just thought, that's it. It's like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock or something. I don't have any clue. 6:39, so pretty much halfway between 6 and 7 o'clock. And I just had enough. I went, that's it, I'm going to go make some soap, cheer myself up, hang out with you guys. And it was 35 degrees in here, and I was like, no, I'm not going to go in there at 35 degrees, that's a little much. So I opened the window, opened the door about yay far, put the fan in front of it, and it's now 29.7, so it's cooled down. Okie dokie, so I have these out because I am running out of little soaps to put in people's orders. Because I'm not making so much soap. Usually I have like 1 or 2 of these when I make a soap, and then I have the 2 little thin ends, so that does 4 orders, and like I do 4 orders in a minute. So I thought I would purposefully, don't think that's how I'm supposed to say that, purposefully, I mean, I guess that either one would apply. No, because you do something on purpose and then you do something purposefully, or whatever. I'm gonna make those on purpose instead of as like an accidental over pour. I may make. I have 1 clean mould left. I have other clean moulds, but they've all got water in them. Like, I did all the washing up before, so they're still a bit wet, and they're a pain in the ass to dry, so they're in the house drying. So as I thought, I might half fill this maybe and make shorter ones, and I can cut those up for freebies as well, depending on how this fragrance behaves. It's from Aussie Soap Supplies, so God knows. I'm not holding out any hope. This has the lye in it, in case you're new here. I usually start with everything in my bucket, including the lye. and I make goat's milk soap. So this has got milk in it, which was half frozen, so this is a good temperature today. And I did full liquid again to give myself every opportunity to have a decent soap. Because it's lemon berry kombucha, I'm not a fan of kombucha. I've never actually tried it, but just I've seen how it's made, and no, I don't want to make any. I don't want to drink anything that's made with something that looks like a placenta. No. Anyway, it's lemon and berry, so I'm going to go yellow and red. Now the red I have mixed up here in some oil, and I have used Trial by Fire from Nurture Soap and some of the Oriental red that you get off eBay. Probably about half and half, so it looks it looks quite pinkish in there, so it should come out red though, but I'm not overly concerned. Berries are kind of a pinky colour, so that's okay. And the lemon sherbet that I'm using from my Micro Obsession will go bright friggin' orange as it's mixing in here, so don't freak out. It's okay. We are prepared, but it will go back to a nice lemon colour after it saponifies. Okay, so that's looks like it's emulsified. It's not separating on the head of my stick blender there, which is one of the best ways to tell if you've reached emulsion, is if you lift your, woo, look at that. If you lift it out and it's not separating on the top anywhere, which you can see it's not nice and smooth, then that means it's emulsified. It's sticking together, which is what emulsion means basically. It means that the oils and the lye have become one. Yeah, I don't know, I'm on tripping today. I'm cranky, so I usually just make stupid jokes when I'm cranky. I mean, I can make all the excuses I want in the world for why I'm cranky, but the truth of the matter is I have bipolar. I get cranky for no reason. I have reasons, but ultimately I don't think that's why I'm cranky. I think I'm cranky just because that's the part of my cycle I'm at the moment, so yeah. But anyway, I can be cheerful whilst I'm cranky, and I'm not cranky at you guys, so I'm cranky more at the postal service of the entire world. Oh, it's just, there's another order from the States, and I'm not saying the States in general, just it seems to happen more there, where someone has contacted me and said there's something missing out of their order, and I know that I know that I packed it. So, and I'm not blaming that person at all, but I am considering that because this happens fairly frequently, I'm thinking that it's the postal service, to be honest. But anyway, so what I've done is, because I haven't had this happen on Australian orders, so, but I've had it happen on international orders. So what I've done now is every order, when it's finished, I put it next to its order sheet, I lay everything out and I'm taking photos. So if that doesn't prove that I've done everything, then I don't know. It's just frustrating when shit like this happens. But anyway, I mean, I'm not blaming any of you guys. It's just, it is what it is. I'm sure there's dishonest people out there who do this sort of thing and say they didn't get stuff when they did. But, like I said, I'm not blaming any of you guys. If you say this happened to you, I'm going to believe you. So you see that starting to go orange already. So are you ready? Are you ready for it? That beautiful pretty lemon that we just put in there? Let's go. You can see it changing. So there you go. I actually really enjoy using this because it does this, and it's just, I don't know, it's just one of those things. It's kind of cool. Now I'm going to give this a mix purely because this trial by fire doesn't seem to mix up very well by hand, so I just only gave it a little mix. Hopefully we won't have to use a stick blender again, but it's an Aussie Soap Supply fragrance, so you never know. You never know. Now, what I was thinking I might do is an in the pot swirl, because I was going to do a drop swirl, but then I thought, well, I want to do these little ones, and you can't really do drop swirls. I suppose you could. It would just be a waste of friggin' time. So yeah, so I thought what we'll do is we'll just do a nice in the pot and see what happens. But first of all, let's mix in our fragrance. So it's very nice. It's a little effervescent, I've got to say, which is good. I like effervescent fragrances. Ooh, so far so good. That looks pretty nice. There's no ricing happening. It doesn't look like it's separating, but we've seen these fragrances go all right and then start to separate all of a sudden. So that's the yellow. We'll have a look and see how it behaves in the red. Sometimes different colours will make different fragrances, will make the same fragrance behave differently, which a lot of people don't know. And I guess it's probably, it doesn't get talked about a lot. Usually all the blame for everything just generally gets put on the fragrance, not the recipe that you're using or the colours that you're using. So I feel like people don't seem to understand that there's a whole lot of factors that go into your soap doing weird shit, and you can't just that's really thinned this red right down. This is just basically the same as what it was before. I don't think it's any thicker and I don't think it's any thinner, but this is like, it's like water. Wow, okay. Like I said, behaves differently in different colours. Well, I wasn't joking. Oh, I'm bent so far over. You guys might have to come over here just a smidge. You can just check out my belly. Check out my belly. I don't know what that was supposed to be. Alright, so I'm just going to do that. I'm not keeping any back because there's no point. Oh yeah, that's mixing nice all the way down. Beautiful, there's no bits and pieces in the bottom at all. Good shit. It's always nice when I'm cranky and I come out here and my soap behaves. It's like I should have just gone with something I knew was going to behave because I was in a shitty mood. But no. And then look, the soap. The soap knew. The soap knew I was sad today, so... Oh, yuck, yuck. So it went, oh, here, look, we'll help you out. We'll be good, so... Yeah, I'd definitely say that this is a keeper. So I might just do about that much and see how many little ones this gives me. Just turn that round there and we'll pull this over. Oh, this is nice. So I started filming a new Lazy Susan this morning. I'm quite looking forward to doing that. Now this is getting that kind of separate-y look again, like they all seem to for some reason. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of grainy. Yeah, it's with the light on it, it's kind of grainy. It's not bad. It's not. I'm not going to stop and mix it because it's not bad enough to worry about. But that is just a little note to point out. It's quite lemony. This it's definitely got a really good lemon note, and it's more lemon than citrus. Definitely. if that makes any sense. I mean, I know a lemon is citrus, but you know, it just smells like a lemon, not, you know, lemon and orange and mandarin and all the other citruses. I don't know, how many more citruses are there other than those? Alright, so that's heaps. We might, yeah, no, let's put this in here. Give it a bit of a drop swirl, almost. Because it's still reasonably fluid. That's great. Yeah, look at that. Wow, okay. Colour me impressed. I'm not complaining about this one at all. This one is good. I would recommend you use this one if you like this sort of thing. If this is one of the ones that they bring back, I don't know. I don't know. I am not privy to what they are doing, nor do I want or need to be. I just make soap and use fragrances. So that's what I do. Alright, I'm pretty stoked with that, I have to admit. Okay, that can go over there, can go over there, can go over there. Now, what can we do to the top of that soap just to zhuzh it up a little bit, do you think? I haven't used that word for a while, have I? I used to zhuzh all the time. I'll probably just give all these just a little swirly swirl. I don't know, what have we got we can put on there? I've got pineapples, which would make no friggin' sense whatsoever. Oh god, they smell weird. So I don't think that fragrance will go with that, so let's not do that. Okay, what else we got? We're going to have a look at my sprinkles. I found something. I have this. I have these pink jojoba beads from my micro obsession. I don't know if you can see that or not. That was a bit glary, wasn't it? Let's pull this side up like that. It's still very loose. It's very nice. I'm just going back over the lines that I'd already done, so it's more like a double pull, if that makes any sense. Let's go for a triple pull. Oh, that's rude. That's rude. It wasn't until I said that. Oh dear. A lot of things aren't rude until I make them rude. It doesn't surprise me really. Oh, I look kind of like that. It's a bit like dragony. I always think it looks kind of like dragon scales. Now, I don't use these in soap because I have found if you use them in soap that has any vanillin or ethyl vanillin, they'll go brown. So you end up with not little pretty pink jojoba beads, but brown ones. And it's happened so many times now because these are wax basically. Jojoba is basically a wax, right? So it will melt in soap if your soap gets too hot, and wax is like soap and will react to a vanilla. Oi, fruit fly, do you mind? Jesus, I just got attacked by a fruit fly. Deadly, mate. Everything in Australia wants to kill you. Do you know? Oh, I watched a video today, and he described Australia as a better America, and I suppose I probably should think that that's like a compliment to Australia. It really isn't. I mean, I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are American, but as a general rule, we here in Australia, we don't sort of like that. I'm not sure what I can say here without insulting anybody, which is weird because usually I just don't give a shit, do I? We think that we're better than America, here, I guess, because we, you know, we have free healthcare. We don't have gun deaths all the time. We have freedom to do the things that we want to do. But, you know, I just, yeah, it does. I mean, that's a whole rabbit hole to go down, you know. But you know, this is like people in America think that their country is better than any other country. Every other country thinks basically the same thing, mostly, I think. You know, so I mean, it's not an argument I want to have with anyone, because there's no winners in that sort of argument. You know, I mean, if you're an American, you can throw up the fact that you can own a gun, and I can throw up the fact, well, I don't want to own a gun, and we have free healthcare. So who's the winner here? There is none. I mean, and that's sort of the point that I'm trying to get to, is in that we think our country's the best, and we is all of us. Does that make sense? Have I managed to insult everybody yet? I just don't know. And the funny thing is, like, I used to always say, oh, I freaking hate America, blah, blah, blah. And yet pretty much every American I have ever spoken to is really, really nice. So I don't tend to say that anymore, because, see, that was like before the internet and you know, this is the sort of things that you get taught by your parents. You know, every bloody Americans, and then you've got whinge and poms, and which is the English, by the way. Yanks, Americans, we call you guys Yanks. You probably don't want to know why. If you do, you can look it up. But it's it's pretty much an insult. Not even pretty much, it is an insult. But yeah, and I mean, that was just the way it was when we were kids. It was like we hated the rest of the world, and then the advent of the internet, and you find out that the rest of the world doesn't really suck at all. That, you know, there's good and bad people everywhere. So yeah, all right. Well, I'll slide these off to the side, and I'll bring you up for a close up. So it'd be interesting to see how many subscribers I lose from this video. It's always good. I've only just discovered that I can find in my analytics, I can see if I gained or lost any subscribers per video, and then like I'll see that I'll lose, say, like 5 subscribers off a particular video, and I go, wonder what I said that insulted so many people. But I never come and check, because I don't care. I know that's terrible, but I mean, you know, if you're insulted enough at the stupid shit that I ramble on with, then you're going to get insulted by a lot of things. So I don't mean anyone any harm, honestly. I'm just a cranky old bitch who makes soap, really. And who can't work a camera, apparently. There you go, that's it, that's exciting. I guess we'll see what colour it goes tomorrow when I come out to cut it. Should be more lemon than the horrible brown it looks right now. Alright, you guys, if you're all still here, well, you still will be, because you won't have watched the video and been insulted and left yet. We'll come back and cut the soap. I'll see you in a minute. Bye. Hello, lovelies. We're going to make this one short and sweet because it's 37 degrees in here. So yeah, I accidentally left this. I've completely forgot I made the soap, so it's been 2 days. I just want to show you, when you put soap in these little silica molds, it acts differently than it does in a full mold. Like, you can see this one's fine. Like, you know, it's good, right? Except there's little balls everywhere. It's me and my balls. These things behave differently, and I don't know why. I'm not a scientist. I assume it would be because there's not as much surface area, so they don't absorb in as much air or whatever. But I've got 2 out. Okay, they're a little sticky, as you can see. See here, and then the third one. It was worse. It's better now because I've flattened it a little bit on the bench, but as you can see, it's a bit dodgy because they've been left for too long. So what I will have to do now is I'll put those in the freezer and wait until they're solid, and then I'm just getting them out of the way, and then I'll pop them out when they're solid, and they won't get big dents in their asses because we don't need a dented ass. Okay, so let's get these cut. Now the jojoba beads, I don't know if we can get down low enough. You can see that they've discoloured. They are a bit darker along here than they were, so that's kind of interesting. What ones are on there may mark up the soap a little bit, but I'm really not that worried about it. You know, I mean, it is what it is. It's not. Something just flew up at me. Oh, glitter, which is on this, not glitter that's on this soap. Ooh. Oh, okay. That looks really nice. Really nice. Now what I'm going to do is, just excuse me for a moment, because I want, oh, I see what's going on. There's big chunks of glitter on the wires. I don't know why. I'm not entirely sure where that came from. I'm pretty sure it wasn't on this soap at any point. And there's a few down here, so who knows? Me and glitter, we just stick together. That's what we do. Because I want to give these away as freebies, I'm also cutting them in half again, so they're not quite so thick, because it fits. It makes it easier to fit them in the packaging and doesn't put in a lot of weight. And when I've got like international orders, that's a big deal, because I'm already paying. Oh, it looks really good, doesn't it? It's a really nice swirl. That one kind of looks like it almost looks like Homer Simpson, doesn't it? Or a chicken with red hair. It's just all the eyes and that's the beak, and then this is the red hair. Yep, that's what I'm experienced pareidolia. That's what it means to see faces and things. Yeah, as it is, I've noticed I've been paying a lot more postage out of my own pocket, which, you know, is what it is. It's just because the weights on the website don't take into account any of the packaging weight. It only takes into account the product weight, and there's literally nowhere in the Australia Post. What is that? It looks like some sort of worm or something, or some little ghost or something. It looks like nothing from up here, but for me looking at the screen, that's so cool. Yeah, there's nowhere in the Australia Post plug-in to add the weight of, say, a box and the vinyl. I don't think they're vinyl. The plastic bags that they, because I always put everything in boxes with padding, and then put all of that inside of a bag, one of those tough bag things, and that takes weight. But anyway, I'm not whinging. I'm still cranky at Australia Post, but, well, at just the Post in general. Oh, I think I'm mostly cranky at it today because I had to take so much to the post office. That's a cool swirl. Those are the things that Keely calls swirly whirlies, yeah? Well, it's very cute. Whatever it is, it's very cute. I like it. Oh, then there's more. Look at that. Yes. Oh, hang on. If I would actually stay still so I could get it to focus. I'm shaking. When I get hot, I shake like crazy. Oh, ow, what is that? Oh, that's actual glass, is it? Yes. No? I think it might have actually been another piece of resin. You'd think I'd sweep the floors. Listen, I've just cleaned this place out like you wouldn't believe. I filled a 4 metre square. I don't know if there's a difference in the two of them. Skip bin. I filled it to the brim in 2 mornings. It didn't even take me any time to do it. and I didn't get any rubbish out of the house. So, and I just can't afford to get another one because it was $427 for one. How disgusting is that? Like, there is absolutely, oh wow. Apart from what looks like a finger, doesn't it look like someone's just put their finger there and poured the rest in? That's so weird. Yeah, I mean, there's no way it costs them that much to deliver the thing, take it away and take it to the tip. Just doesn't cost them that much. And I don't know, it's just, but anyway. But it would have cost me that much to go to the tip 20,000 frickin' times and get rid of all the shit that I didn't want to put in my car. And a lot of it wouldn't have even fit in my car, so. But those two massive, I had two massively heavy cupboards which I refused to move house again with. Smashed, which was one of the greatest pleasures of my life because I hurt my back on the stupid things. I smashed both of those up and they're no longer going through any move. I've also got rid of a whole heap of glassware that I've had for years that I keep dragging from pillar to post. So yeah, it's been a very cathartic couple of days, and now I'm standing out here trying to lose all my weight in the 37-degree shed. It's like a freaking sauna. Oh wow, it's so hot in here. No. Oh, alright, that's it. That turned out really nice, and it still smells really good. It's got the goat's milk smell at the moment, but it smells friggin' amazing. So 100% absolutely recommend that fragrance. That's really, really nice. Isn't it nice that I can just say something nice about one of their fragrances at the very least? What was it? Oh, lemon berry kombucha. What I'll do is, you can see how much, they're a 50ml bottle. Excuse me, thank you. They're a 50ml bottle and I use 30 grams, so you can see that 30 grams is a bit over half, but there's still a good chunk in there. What I will do is I'll mix this with something else that behaved at some point. Oh, now see, this is the difference, Keely, between you and me. See all this out the back here? This is why I like a camera. And this is why I hate a camcorder, because you don't get this gorgeous depth of field. So, but I mean, I do agree with you that cameras are meant for cameraing and recorders are meant for recordering. But that is the bee's knees. And I love depth of field so much. And did you know, people, the new Note 20s, you can actually, for those of you who use Samsung devices, you will know what live focus is. You can now live focus videos, and it's so good. I was videoing the printers last night, except you can see all the filament that I've chucked on the window. That sounds weird, doesn't it? Filament is very static, clingy. It has a lot of static electricity. Anyone who has bought any shapers will probably know this now. So yeah, so the skirt that goes around the outside, I've been taking that off and I've been throwing it against the window that's next to the printers, just because I want to see how many I can get to stick before they all fall off, because it's just, they're all just clinging there by static electricity. And it looks really terrible, but it's really, really fun. Alright, well, that's 10 minutes of waffling. I'll see you all for the next one. Bye!